Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. Sure hope you have had a chance to watch the quick review we did on the firmware update for the Prime 2 and the LEM 12 Pro for Android 10. Big changes. This video today is going to address telecommunications. I know there's been a lot of confusion around SIM cards, phone calls, and Bluetooth tethering. Let's straighten all that stuff out. First of all, for the brand new updated Android 10. You have phone, messaging, and contacts that normally rely upon SIM card for communication have been changed now. In the phone, in addition to what you had before and still have for making SIM call communications, phone calls with your phone number, you also have access into Google for doing voice over internet protocol, the equivalent of Duo, for video calling, all kinds of different things. So it's really changed the phone. Messages, same kind of way. There's your basic text messaging, but you also have messaging through Google. Really sweet. And of course, contacts, when you get into there, that's your standard contacts on your SIM card when you put a SIM card in it, but it's expanded to include now your Google contacts. So if you set your contacts up into Google, you've got it there. So really, you are at the point now when you have a SIM in your phone, you probably could just use it for data only. But if you want to make and receive phone calls, you still can do that with the SIM in your phone. Same thing on the smaller one, exact same kind of combination of stuff. But what about now those of you who've got your phone and you rely on it for phone calls and you want to take your watch out for a jog or something and you want to leave your phone behind, right? How do you solve that one? Well, it's through call forwarding. And today we're going to introduce an app to you in just a moment that will allow for very easy call forwarding from your phone to your watch without having to pull the SIM card out and switch them around. Really ingenious. You can also, if you do use a SIM card in your phone or in your watch, let's say for business line or something, and you're not going to have your watch with you, you've got it charging, you've left it at home, whatever, you want to call forward from your watch to your phone in a one-button touch, you can do that too. So get ready. We're going to show you that, and we're also going to talk a little bit about text communications. As you know, you can Bluetooth connect your phone to your watch with the Watch 2 app, but you have limited capabilities, and it does not include Bluetooth calling or Bluetooth texting. We still don't have a solution, even with the updated Android 10, for doing Bluetooth calling. That's where you use your phone, your watch, to initiate a phone call when you're in Bluetooth range of your cell phone. You initiate a call and it causes your phone to call out using the SIM in your phone, but you can talk and whatnot from your watch. That's a bugaboo. We still don't have that. We have to work around it by you doing the call forwarding, but that does work. For texting, though, however, this new solution, well, it's an old one, been around for quite a while, folks use, called Watchdroid. It's a pair of apps. We'll show you a little bit about that, how you can put one on your phone, one on your watch, link them together, and any texts that come into your phone will come over to your watch. You can read them. You could already do that already, but what's really cool is you can reply to them from your watch. It'll go to your phone, and it'll send it out as if you sent it from your phone. You ready? Here we go. Now, one of our viewers, FreeSpeech Warrior, has a recommendation for this particular app called Easy Call Forwarding. This might be for those of you who have a cell phone with a number on it that you want to make sure you can get the calls, but you don't want to take the phone with you when you're going out with your watch only. So you have a SIM card in your watch. It's an Android watch with a SIM card in it. You can use Easy Call Forwarding to forward the number from the phone directly to the watch. So if a call comes in, it won't even ring on your phone. It'll go immediately over to the watch. Looks kind of like this. You set up This is for a 2-SIM type thing, so it could be within the same phone if your phone has 2 SIMs, or you can set it up, of course, to forward to the other phone, which would be in your watch. You set all that stuff up. You can even do widgets that you can put on your directly on your desktop on your Android phone. You can basically set up the phone numbers. It's going to do the specific code as long as your plan, you got to check this, allows for complete call forwarding. That will happen when you do this, and then it sends the disable code later when you disable it. And it's pretty much as simple as that. Where are we? Here we go. So about the app, I have the full description of it in the show notes down below. So a perfect scenario, again, is call forwarding your phone's phone number to the watch and then disabling that feature so your phone can call and receive calls again after you're done. A different way around it would be the other way around. Let's say your watch has a special phone number in it for when you're on your watch, or it's your business line or whatever, and you when you're not wearing your watch, you don't want to miss calls, so you put the app on your watch, and from the watch you could call forward to your phone. Got it? So a call coming into your watch, even if your watch is off after you set it up, it's going to hit the carrier, and the carrier is going to automatically forward it over to your phone. So you have both your phone SIM incoming calls and calls made to your watch's SIM coming to your phone. When you're going to go out and do something and you want to make sure that your watch will receive the calls, you use the app on your watch to disable call forwarding, and then any calls coming to your watch's phone number will ring on the watch. But you won't lose them if you set up easy call forwarding from your watch to your phone. You could put it on both of them, but word of warning, don't forward one to the other and then forward that one back, because any calls come in will go into the twilight zone somewhere, probably. Again, it's all dependent on your carrier. You have to have AT&T or T-Mobile in the USA, GSM carrier on the watch. You could have Verizon on your phone because it'll work, but you have to have a compatible SIM in your Android watch. Easy call forwarding, it's in the Google Play Store. Check it out. So what does this look like in practice? Well, don't eat my... this fish, I tell you, he gets so hungry, he chases my finger. When you install Easy Call Forwarding, you get an icon, you tap into that, you get it all set up, and it's pretty darn easy. You basically got to put in the phone number for your watch, and you'll have it in there. Then you can create a widget, and when you have the widget here, all you got to do is tap it. Watch carefully now. Easy Call Forwarding. Registration was successful. I hit OK. It's gone green, and now any calls coming to my phone will be forwarded to my watch. Period. Yep. All of them. This will not ring. I won't even know they've come in. Won't go to voicemail in here. They'll go to my phone. To the watch. Now, when you're done, simple as touch it. Go away, go away. It says it's going to be deactivated, and erasure was successful. It's red again, and now it's disabled, and so calls will come directly to the phone as before. It can't get simpler than that, folks, unless you ask Google to do it. I haven't tried that. Maybe the assistant is smart enough that it will run that. Because it's a toggle on, toggle off. Try it. Let me know. Here's an app suite. It's actually 2 apps that you need to install on both your watch and your phone. Android Smartwatch, Watchdroid Assistant. Now, you do not need a SIM card in your watch for this to work, but you do need to Bluetooth connect your watch with your phone, and you'll be able to do basically text messaging from your watch using the phone number, text number from your phone. It's a Bluetooth texting connection. First, you install this Watchdroid Assistant on your watch, and you'll see screens like this show up. And then you're going to go back to the same basic place, Watchdroid from the Google Play Store, and install Watchdroid Phone. Now, when you do all of that, you're going to get basically the two apps running side by side. You're going to have them launched on the phone and on the watch. And on the phone, you're going to set everything up. On the watch, you're going to go into a QR code mode. You're going to scan that with your phone. That's going to connect the two together. Bluetooth needs to be on both of them. Once you've established that connection, you can have any text messages that are coming into your phone, your regular phone number, sent to your watch. And that way you'll be able to not only read them on your watch, but be able to reply to them as well. It's called Watchdroid. You need both apps installed, and it's a really nice solution beyond any stock solution to get good text messaging happening back and forth. Well, there you have it. And now, exciting news, the easy call forwarding and the Watchdroid do not have to be just in these updated Android 10 watches. Nope, they'll work in Android 10, Android 7.1.1, Android 6, Android 5.1, whatever Android watch you have. These apps will work and let you take back control of your communications from your watch. If you want a simple SIM to put in your watch that you're going to use for the call forwarding aspect of it, got a link in the show notes to a really great deal about $5 a month. You get 250 minutes worth of calling. So if you're just using it to receive calls and say, hey, I'll call you back later, I'm out for a jog, a little 1 to 2 minute calls, you get 250 of those a month. It's great for $5. Take advantage of that. Check the show notes, and I've got a Mr. Ticks link in there. You don't even have to pay shipping for the SIM card to be sent to you. Beyond that, let me show you a couple of more things in Android 10. Update. When you go into settings, and this has come up quite a bit, so I want you to know about it. You say to connected devices, if you're going to plug the charging wire into your computer to transfer files over, like music or videos, because you have so much storage in these things, tap on USB, and it's going to be down, I don't know, MIDI or PTP. It's going to be maybe no data transfer. It's going to be somewhere default. But what you got to do is tap File Transfer. One time. It's the beauty of this now is it remembers it. So forevermore, after you tap File Transfer and you bail out of this, it's going to be set. So when you plug the cable into the computer and attach it here, on the PC, it'll just mount as a regular thumb drive, and on the Mac, you use Android file transfer that you put into the Mac, and it will load up as a new window that you can drag and drop files as well. So that's another little sweet treat for you with Android 10. It's updated for the Prime 2 and the LEM 12 Pro, and of course, the folks over at Full Android Watch have basically put this whole thing together, and I've got links in the show notes that you can follow how to flash that new firmware to both watches, and of course the link to the full video on how to do all of this stuff should be appearing here just about now. Click on over there, learn a whole lot more about it, and of course check out these specialized apps that we talked about today for improving your communications. We'll see you again soon, gang. Thanks for watching.